with oil crossing over $100 a barrel has created some absolutely insane opportunities in the market for us option sellers, in my personal opinion. And I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 stocks that I'm going to be watching like a hawk, especially at open today and for the remainder of this month. And if you drop a comment down below on today's video, you're also going to get 25 of my other favorite wheel strategy stocks completely for free. Just drop a comment while you're down. I'd really appreciate you hitting that like button, that subscribe, and of course, I hope you guys are having an absolutely God bless day, guys. But we're living in a crazy time right now, right? A crazy time in the market where oil has hit almost $120 a barrel last night. Obviously, that has kind of put shockwaves in the market, but has created a lot of opportunity for us. Okay, honestly, it's kind of reminding me a little bit of the 2020 time, and I'm going to be taking advantage of it, not just buying the dip with SPY, QQQ, Vanguard funds, my buy and hold stuff, but also as an option seller, especially because as you're going to see, some of these setups, I think they're just overblown because of the oil situation happening right now, and I think that those gains will be recaptured again with the recovery. So first and foremost, we have to take a look at what those setups are. Obviously, the big ones, guys, are that I'm going to mention. I'll say them right out of the gate. I don't care. You can click away from this video. It's going to be American Airlines, Southwest, and Delta Airlines. Airlines are getting their butts absolutely handed to them right now. They are getting their butts handed to them. Why? Because oil going up. CEO from Delta Airlines has already just announced, hey, prices are going up. Ticket prices are going up, like effective very quickly. They did not say exactly when, but we can expect they're gonna go into effect very soon, right? Which is going to what happen, right? Especially if ticket prices go up 20-30%, which is what their CEO mentioned, around 25% increased cost. A lot more people are going to be traveling a lot less, which in turn is going to make these airlines a lot less profitable, which a lot of them aren't even already profitable. It's a difficult business model, right? But what we are now seeing, in my opinion, is some of these are going to get their butts even beat down even further, which again creates a great opportunity. Some of you might think that's absolutely crazy to think, hey, Peter, if the business model absolutely sucks, why would you invest in it? Well, because airlines, at the end of the day, we're going to always need them regardless, regardless of how unprofitable or crappy their business model is. Now, the first one I need to talk about is my absolute favorite one. I've actually got some 1150 puts in on them. As well right now, so I'm actually below my cost where we're trading at right now, and that one I believe is expiring. Actually, let me quickly see if I can pull up some of my stuff here in a moment. But that's part of the game, guys. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I think some of you think that I know absolutely everything. I don't. Look, we're in pre-market. We're trading at 1086, right? I already have an 1150 put in on this. I only did one, and it was on let me see if I can pull this up if it's one of our accounts here. I've got a lot of different accounts. I will do some portfolio reviews. I do have a public portfolio that's shown on the channel. I haven't done much besides Kraft Heinz puts, and I have SoFi stuff, so that's why I haven't featured it. But yes, I have 1150 puts expiring actually April 10th. So I have April 10th put expiring for American Airlines. That's okay. I still have basically a month out for that, and I opened that up last week to take advantage of the dip. But sometimes you got to kind of just keep buying the dip, right? In my opinion, or maybe buying the dip. And I think April 10th really gives us a lot of time to maybe things start to kind of normalize a little bit. And that's kind of the same strategy I'm going to be looking forward. So for American Airlines, what am I going to be targeting? Well, I want to obviously be targeting below 1150 because that's where I'm already at. But I'm looking for outsized returns right now with also a great premium return for taking on that risk. So I'll obviously look at my April 10th again, which I have already anyway for my April 10th. But I also like to scatter these things around to give myself a shot, right? Of success, right? So even if I look at like the April 10th, I may even go out a little bit further to April 17th. The thing is, when we see these like dips in the market, guys, my personal play is don't just go full bore on everything, right? Give yourself time, right? Spread out your strike prices across a few different expirations, right? Spread out your strike prices. Don't just like go all in on a little dip. I mean, I think we got room to go still. I mean, these past few months have been insane for the market. There's no question, right? So a larger pullback could totally happen. And if you've already wasted all your dry powder because like a 3% drop in the overall market, like what you're going to be out of. You're not going to have any dry powder to take a look at other opportunities. I really want to be under the 10s though. That's my big one. Obviously 10s and 9s is what I'm looking for. Let's see the 9.5s real quick right here. And these are good to get a couple more contracts. So about $30 of premium here. So we'll collect $30 worth we're locking up $950. That's going to be a juicy 3.16% return. Obviously, with these, I like to buy a couple contracts. And again, just ladder step. We're all in different kinds of budgets. Don't do anything that you can't afford to lose. Remember, this strategy with selling options, this is like your extra cash as an income investor. That, at least for me, buy and hold, buying the dip, SPY, QQQ, Vanguard funds, VU, whatever I'm more VTI team, but you know what I mean? Like, so I just want to make sure you guys understand that, right? Don't always have like a buy and hold thing that you also have going on. At least that's how I like to look at it. But I'm going to be looking at some of the 950s right at open here today. Not right at open, but like about an hour after the open. Probably grab a contract or two of these and then look into some of the other airlines as well. And I'm just looking at which ones are going to give me like the best kind of returns for my money because they honestly all kind of move together. Like, let's just be real. So let's take a look at the other ones and kind of compare and contrast what we're seeing. I also like Southwest. I mean, American Airlines is my absolute favorite. Delta and then probably Southwest. Let's go take a look at what we're seeing here. Actually, let me quickly take a look at what we see on the chart here on Southwest, because I know we have absolutely blown past this bottom Bollinger Band on American Airlines. So let's see what Southwest here is actually doing for us. Down 3% here in pre-market. Let's keep the pain coming. Apparently at 8:30 we were supposed to get some news about some oil reserves getting released, about 400 trillion barrels or something like that. Doesn't seem to have moved the market. I didn't check that news just yet, so I don't know. I don't want to speak on it, but I would have thought if it actually happened that we would have seen a little recovery here in the airlines, but no. So take a look at this. Still above the 2 and 300 day moving averages. That's where I like to be. That's where I like to target, right? So if I'm back here on Love right here, we could see that current price obviously 41.56, but the 2 and 300 day moving averages are still around 36 and 46. We are below the 50. Let's compare that to what we saw in American Airlines. This is why American Airlines is a lot more attractive to me. See, we're below all of those key moving averages. We're trading like 1080, right? So we're seeing below all that. So this is why I personally would pick American Airlines, not just because it's a better airlines in my personal opinion as well, but also the technicals are stronger. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't still diversify into it. Let's quickly look at Delta. Delta, look, much more attractive. So see, this is exactly how I would I'll be looking at it around 10:30 Eastern. Is I see we're trading at 59. We are trading probably in pre-market a lot lower, not a lot lower, down 3.5%. 57, trading at 57. We are below 69. 200-day moving average of 60 and below the 300-day moving average. That looks a lot more appealing to me. So today, most likely, what I'll do is I'll end up not grabbing Southwest. I'll end up just grabbing some puts on American Airlines as well as Delta because those technicals align a lot better for me. So if I sell my put here, let me quickly see what we get here. Let's okay, Delta Airlines. So which one am I looking at? Well, obviously we're already technically wise below pretty much all of the key moving indicators. That's free fall zone. A lot of people like to think, right, when we cross below those 2 and 300 day, it's like, where the hell do we land, right? Like, because those moving averages are so important, right? For the market or for that individual stock. So it's kind of like you're in no man's land. Like, where does this knife fall? But if as long as you size accordingly, in my opinion, right, you should be okay. So taking a look at like the 55s here, right, we're collecting about $75 of premium. So $75 of premium on that one. We're locking up $5,500, right? 1.36% return. Is that really good? No. Probably won't do that trade, right? Like, and again, we'll adjust. Actually, I'm outflow. My goodness, a little early in the morning, guys. Let's go 32 days out and take a look at that, because I was on 4 days. Hopefully somebody was screaming there. Let's see. What do we get? I was about to say, there's no way. There's got to be some more juice on that thing. Let's see. 55s. We're collecting again. Now that makes a lot more sense. Huge bit of a large bid-ask spread. Let's just assume 250 on the cash secured put here. So 250. 4.5%. Wow. Okay, so that's a really, really outsized return. I would probably not take that trade. I'd probably go a little bit further down. I'd probably be looking at like the 53s. That's a 24 delta. Okay, a little less collateral, collecting what here? About 175 of premium, 175 premium, collecting 5,300. That would be more that I'd want to do. I still want to push that 3% return, even though that's very risky, meaning there's a higher chance of assignment when you're getting into that 2.5%, 3% monthly return mark. But I want to, because I'm taking on a little bit more of a larger risk, I want to make sure that I'm getting compensated for that risk that I'm taking on. So guys, if you want to grab these 2 premium calculators, I got 2 of them. I literally use them every single video you guys see. I also give you my full trade log template. If you want that, just attend the Ark Options Strategy workshop. It's 90 minutes of training, perfect for you if you're just a beginner getting into this whole game of running the wheel strategy, the Ark Option Strategy, which I like to call. And then at the end of that training, I give you all of these free resources. Stay safe out there, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.